it off. It's off.
Welcome to Talk for Dodge with Mr. Todd McCubbin, myself, Jeremiah Condon, and today we have the Father B. Feller. I think I'm the only one that calls you Father B, but I can't stop.
When a million people watch this, they'll know to call you Father B.
Father B.
Maybe we started something.
I feel like I'm a little a little bit more hip, and maybe could do some dance moves on that Father B.
We'll try rapping later.
Well, if any priest could rap, it's you. I'm sure you could figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, rapping gifts is one thing, but when it comes to the beat, I've got it.
That's pretty creative.
Money don't jingle, jingle.
Well, you know, as Catholics, we like that incense and bells and stuff. So,
oh yeah.
Speaking of that, at the last holiday, we were sitting right in the middle of the church, and the priest was doing the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Jenny and I were like right in the middle, and I never got it. And there were people around us, bless us when they got it. And I didn't bless myself because I never got hit with the water. And then Jenny goes, "You didn't bless yourself." And I go, "Well, I wasn't blessed. Should I have done it?"
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's like, hey, it's like, the kid raises his hand. Hey, I didn't get a popsicle. And so
I
you're
can
like,
see him doing that in church.
Hey,
look at me, look at me.
And you just march right up there, and maybe like little Isaac with you, and you're like, I didn't get my water. Where's my water?
Back. Hey, get on it.
Yell, Isaac, yell. So you are kind of being reassigned. We're not going to go into that, but what we would like to talk about is you have been in Fort Dodge for the last 3 years.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And this is Talk Fort Dodge. So what have you learned from Fort Dodge, or what have you enjoyed about your time being here?
Oh man, the people. And of course, being assigned to Fort Dodge is also Webster County. So it's like the rural areas, the towns, and so from north to south, east to west. I just have really loved the people, whether it's seeing each other at the restaurants. Now, I don't know if I can name restaurants. I don't know what your corporate sponsorships are.
But of course, Penny Top, yeah.
Well, yeah, no, if you need to find a place to do axe throwing, let me tell you. But the saddest part was when Brownies closed, Those cinnamon rolls, I mean, they helped me live large. I mean, I think I gained at least 50 pounds from them.
So that's how you've lost since Brownie's gone out. You've lost weight.
Yeah, Fort Dodge was good for you.
It was good. But that YMCA or the rec center, man, that helped me get those cinnamon rolls off. I love swimming. Going there and swimming, and it was Iowa Central. I mean, Iowa Central is really amazing because they have so many activities for the students to be involved in. It's really it's not just a academic place. It's a place for life where the kids come as young adults and they can be together in so many activities as well as learning, getting ready for their careers. Mm-hmm. And so kids from all over the world are there. And that swim team, I mean, I know, Jeremiah, that they've inspired you too.
Yes.
But
the wrestlers, they would use the pool, and oh my goodness, they would like run in place for a minute, and then they swim across the pool, and then they do push-ups for like a minute, and then they swim across the pool. Now, doing like 2 laps of that would be impressive, but they do it for like 30 straight minutes.
Yeah,
and I'm like losing my breath watching them.
Well, that's why the fire department's across the street, so that when you and I are there and we try to do something more than we're able to, they're just right there to rescue.
There's an AED ready to go.
And the lifeguard's keeping an eye on them, probably for various reasons. And I'm like, I'm the one you need to watch.
Yeah, watch over here, bud. Once again, he didn't give me water.
I'm on lap number 6. I could croak at any second.
Well, it says something about us when the lifeguards put us into the geriatric category on the list of who's coming in. Oh my goodness. Well, there's a man who swims there who's in his like mid 90s, and he's been doing it for years. So that inspires me. It's like, okay, I think I might be able to do this. But back to it, it's the people. Really love the people. There's, and seeing people at, whether it's J Mars, Tom Thumb, Shiny Top, and
Thanks.
Ragbri wasn't Ragbri was awesome.
Yeah.
That was fun.
You know, having everybody come through town, and you really see the town light up. People participating and leading things.
You
all
were on the
volunteers.
dance floor that night, weren't you?
Oh my
On the
goodness,
dance street.
On the
that
street.
was a blast. I don't think, you know, I was in my civvies, my civilian clothes, like I am today, so people didn't know I was a priest, and some funny things were said and funny things misrepresented when the crowd. I won't get into it, but oh my gosh, it was. Yeah, that was a blast that night. Well, I saw you and Jenny, and I think I was
Yeah.
really sweating, wasn't I?
Yeah,
like-
we
It was
all were.
hot.
It was hot, and I think you came in. We had a quick pizza together, and
Yeah,
top.
Yeah, it was a fun day.
that was a lot of fun, and you know, with the celebration, I wasn't able to be there this year because I was on this retreat in Florida, but to see all the volunteers who do that and everybody comes together. I know, Jeremiah, you lived near Olson Park where it started, didn't you? Or
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah, it started at the band shell at Olson Park. That's where the celebration, the band shell started.
Yeah.
Yep, and we lived over on the south side, which was pretty close to that.
And then when did it get big and go up north to the Harlan Rogers?
5-6 years ago.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
It was when we were at that other house. So, yeah, it'd be between like 6 and 8 or 9 years. It's been
Man.
within 10.
Yeah, it's really grown. And then when there's unfortunately those tragedies that happen and sad things, you know, I've seen the community really come together. You know, I think of one instance of just a sad thing. And I remember driving from where we had the funeral service to the cemetery, and we had to go through downtown, and there's a there was like a caravan with, you know, maybe a fire truck and things, and just everybody came out of the stores, and they had hero signs for the young boy who had died. And man, that was just so moving to see a community come together like that to support that family and that little boy who was a hero in his death. And it's just 3 quick years. I tell you what, part of it was during the pandemic where
Where it was probably hard for you to meet a lot of people and hard for you to like go and have dinners at people's houses. And
yeah, it was really hard. I think of the elderly. People have been in their homes during that time, but then some still who are kind of segregated just because they're scared. Yeah,
well,
it's
Friendship Haven not allowing people to come see their parents and grandparents. I mean, that'd be sad.
oh yeah, and you know, the closest you can get is through a window or through Skype or Zoom or FaceTime. Yeah, the pandemic was really hard. The isolation and not getting to see people and know people, and having the churches shut down for a while. And but I tell you what, when things start opening up, you know, there's a relief. And I think the fullest relief came when Godfathers came back to town.
That's exactly it.
You know,
Taco Pizza was back.
Taco Pizza was back, and it's worth the wait.
Yeah.
And in that time at Frenzy, you know, when we go to Fort Frenzy and go with different families at times, just a lot of fun. And I tell you what, Todd, look out for Jeremiah at Laser Tag. He's right on target.
But I got the secret on how to always win. I don't know if I told him or not.
No,
Oh, I'm not gonna.
I need that secret. I need that to get Father B because he is really competitive, and I think that's a big reason we get along is because there is competitiveness, and he's more humble.
Yeah, but you beat me at basketball, I think, last time we played when it was 2-on-2.
No, 2-on-2, you won.
Who was my partner?
Jordan.
Oh, well, Jordan won.
But Jenny goes, "Oh my gosh, you lost on the basketball court." And I go, "Well, honey, it was 2-on-2. I couldn't control everything. If it's 1-on-1, I never lose." Shaquille O'Neal to my home court now.
Take him.
I'll find a way. I'll be
You will
throwing
find a
alley
way.
oops up really high.
Free throws, granny style.
Yeah.
But they'll drop.
I've been out of Fort Dodge for the last month doing this retreat and seminar in Florida. What's been happening in Fort Dodge in Webster County? I mean, I missed Celebration.
Celebration happened.
The state tournament. Hot.
You had something out for Frenzy, didn't you?
Oh, we had yeah. What did we have out there?
Some band.
Yeah, we've been doing bands every month.
The
Oh, cool.
fireworks was a big hit.
Yeah, the fireworks were out at the racetrack. That was he did a good job.
We had
talked to
him out
yesterday.
here for.
Yeah.
We had a whole show on the racetrack, and it was really good. He's got a really good, thriving business.
We went out there for kids' night, and there were kids everywhere. It was cool. His heart's so in it, and when you get your heart into something, you know it's passion, and that's different than when whoever's running it doesn't have that passion.
It does, and like I'm getting goosebumps right now thinking about it because here we're talking about another show, but that's a business owner in Fort Dodge that is trying to do a lot of good things for our community, and with the fireworks and everything, and you could see the passion. It just made me want to take my kids out there and watch a race, while I was talking to them. It's like we need to schedule a weekend, and we need to go out there and do it.
We had a ton of fun at that kids' night. There were a ton of people there, a ton of cars.
Yeah, when you pour your heart out into something, you can really take it the next mile. I mean, energy, enthusiasm, excellence, they all go together. I mean, you can have a great idea, but go halfway, and it's like, oh, that tanked. But if you go all the way out, even if you begin to fail, but if you're still trying, it actually, people might join you because they see your determination.
Yep.
So I have a question for you. You had that 1 month Florida retreat.
Yeah.
Now, what did you learn? Did you learn anything, or was it just all fun and playing with gators the whole time?
Yeah. Well, I learned don't feed the gators. I mean,
probably a good idea.
I mean, literally, there was so we went to this place called. Yeah, there was. I mean, as a priest in Webster County in a diocese, like there's not, there's free time, but I had like Saturdays off. It was amazing. And I still had to preach and offer mass and everything, but like all the other work was like, it was like I had a 9-to-5 job. And so like Friday night, most of the day, Saturday, we're like open. It was amazing. And so we would go to the beach sometimes and went to this place called St. Mark's. There's a lighthouse there that's from the Civil War era that would, guide the boats. And then some of these areas is where our army practiced the D-Day invasions on these various beaches. So anyway, at St. Mark's, you can go into the ocean and there might be dolphins, stingrays, and so forth. But right on the other side of the beach is wetlands, like within 50 feet of the beach. And in those wetlands, then the swamp are gators. So going gator hunting and looking for them. Now, since we went at night, we couldn't see as many. But during the day, they come out and they sun and everything. So we saw a few. And that's really cool. I've never seen a live gator before.
I pulled up one of my jokes to Jenny. I think that was on our dad joke thing. Yeah. What's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? Jenny asked me that, and she was dead serious. And I go, later.
Later. You told me that, too, when we were FaceTiming a while back.
Yeah, later.
Sorry
to cut you off.
No. So I mean, there's those fun things, and enjoying the humidity of Florida where you sweat within 10 minutes of being outside.
It doesn't do any good. It's like here, you can sweat and sweat and sweat, but it's so humid out, it doesn't go anywhere.
Oh, I know. It's hot and everything, but there's this saying, and I'm gonna revise it a little. There's this saying that says time heals, and you think of a loss or you think of a breakup or something, you say time will heal. And this conference, which was about healing and transformation in the heart of the church, would say that time may be helpful, but it's actually love that heals. Love heals. And so what we were learning as priests and future priests is how to receive the healing and transforming love of God into our own lives and relationships for healing, for wholeness, and then how to pass it on to others, because we're here at the heart of the church to serve the rest of the church. Like the heart pumps blood to the rest of the body. Here we are trying to attune our hearts to Jesus's healing so that we can pass it to the rest of the body. And so that's what we learned. It was pretty amazing. It kind of got more intense and more practical as the weeks went on. I mean, in the beginning, it's like talking about, we learned about, okay, what are the different kinds of being wounded, different ways people have lacked love in their life and have developed lies about themselves. So, for example, you're bullied in high school or in elementary school, and you come up with this idea that I'm no good. because people bully me, you know.
Mhm.
So I have this lie in my mind that I'm no good at, and I always have to prove myself. And so I live my life out of that lie that I'm no good, and I have to prove myself, all because we made that sort of vow and lie when we were down and out after being bullied. And so what we're learning to do is how in prayer with the Holy Spirit to go back into that trauma, that memory, and to bring the truth. Yes, I was in pain. Yes, I was mistreated and it wasn't right. But no, I am good. I am good. I am worthy of love. And that event doesn't define me completely. It's actually the truth that defines me. And I'm going to remove that unholy vow that says I always have to prove myself. And I'm just going to be free now, free to be myself. And so we really were learning how to do that in like kind of a prayer process. And then the cool thing is, I think I got some healing in my shoulder. The guy prayed over me. I mean, seriously, it's amazing. Like I've witnessed, some neat healings before, but to be the one, like this guy, he just prayed over me. He was learning how to do it. And it's really not up to us. It's up to the Holy Spirit. It's up to Jesus, whether he wants to heal or not. He'll work through us or not. So it's not like you're a failure or a success if someone gets healed, and now my shoulder doesn't pop.
That is awesome.
I know. I mean, it's not perfectly healed, but it's on the
So
way.
now you can go even faster in the pool.
That's right.
You know, yeah, I'm going to have to keep up with you. I know you've been.
Practicing a lot.
Yeah. Does he work anymore?
He never
No.
did. Neither
No,
one of
I
us.
just worked just enough to beat Todd.
That doesn't take too much right now.
Todd's running other races though too.
I'm running a lot of races. It's fun though.
That's what Todd does.
How's Joyce?
She is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went to the gym this morning too, so she's bench pressing more than ever. So
Man, I just
Which
think
means
that's
that
awesome.
could be more than me,
yeah,
for sure.
that's not saying much.
So here's a funny thing. I was going to Target or Walmart, and one of the people at the retreat center said, "Hey, you can use my car." And so they said the keys are up by the front desk or whatever. So I grab the keys and I go. And I'm driving. I drive back, and then I give the lady her keys back. I said, "Oh, thank you for letting me use your car." And I give her the keys, and she says, "Those aren't mine." I took someone's car without asking.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know. Luckily, they worked at the place.
I've done that too. I won't say her first name, but Crimmins has a vehicle very similar to mine. Every day I pick up the kids. There's been 2 or 3 times I went to open her car door and she's sitting there. I'm like, oh, hi.
hey.
Or I've opened it, that's not my stuff. And I turn around and she's right there. I'm like, I'm trying to steal your car again. Sorry. They just laugh because they know it's a mistake.
Anyway, we are running out of time. I know
Yep.
Jeremiah wants to talk for a half hour, but I got to show a house in 8 minutes.
And I've got to
All
go too.
Have a
Well,
great
thank
day.
you so
Hey,
much.
by the way-
Maybe we'll have you on again sometime.
Yeah,
It was
as-
wonderful.
Abraham Lincoln says, can you see him there?
Yep.
Whatever you are, be a good one.
That's exactly right.
love
All right.
it.
See you
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye.